Okay, this is an AH-260C, which is no longer manufactured. But it's 100% functional. Things like this button here still functions, but the little plastic lens is gone. The button still works, so all the lights and switches are 100% functional. This is your piece count. You set the number of pieces that you want to get done here, and then it counts off how many is done, so you can keep track of the number of pieces. This is your coolant tensioner, and this is the end stop right here. When the piece comes up against this, it activates this switch. The cable is not damaged, but the cable guard, as you can see, has got a little bit of trouble. There's a small sprayer here, so you can spray additional coolant or wash things down, and another coolant nozzle at this end of the bandsaw, just like there is here. The bandsaw has a tiny bit of rust on it from not being in a warmed environment this fall, and the previous owner added a little brush to help brush away any chips that might be clinging to the blade. A rather large coolant reservoir. I don't know if the light's going to get down here, but it's underneath that table. And this is sort of a separator so that the part will fall down here and not into the coolant bin, but yet there's holes for the coolant bin, or the coolant to go back in. This is your material advance motor right here with a manual advance for when you're setting up. That's literally attached to the motor, so don't get your fingers in there while it's operating. These two studs here are where the conveyor that leads up to this attached to, so it gets a good solid connection to the conveyor, and you don't have pieces jumping around on you. This is the sensor for material. Once that pops out, the machine thinks it's out of material, even though there's almost a good 7 inches of distance between this and the blade itself. And there's 1, 2, 3 rollers that are driven on this side, and all 3 on this side are just passive. They're just rollers. So, and then this is your down stop sensor right here. This is your up stop sensor, and this is your motor. It is sprung counterbalanced with a hydraulic lift and lower. Everything is 100% functional. Everything works. It just needs some little superficial things. And this is your speed control. This is a continuously variable speed controller. You just simply change the speed here by adjusting the knob. The pulley in the back here is in good condition. This guard right here is basically to keep you out of the blade and to return any coolant that might be dripping back to the machine. Overall, it's in pretty good condition. It's 220 single phase machine. Both of these adjustment arms are in good condition. The way here does not show any significant amount of wear. For a machine as old as it is, it does not look like there is any damage to it. I mean, there's some superficial stuff here. You know, this was originally, they actually put Bondo on it to help make the casting look smooth. And as you can see, a little bit of that is chipped off. Only a little bit of the paint has come off over the years. The thing's in amazingly good condition. And I'm going to turn this over so you can see the motor. I guess I ought to take just a regular photo. It probably, there we go, it's finally in focus. But as you can see, that's all 208, 220, 230, 50, 60 hertz, 2 horsepower, 1.5 kilowatt. There's no mention here on this about the phase, so it's got to be a single phase unit. Here's your coolant pressure gauge or coolant temperature gauge, whatever it is. Anyway, still in good condition. And your basic ON OFF is back here. That's your overall power to the machine. So like when you're changing the blade, you turn that off. And then you turn it on, and then the rest of the operation is done from the front panel here. Here's an emergency stop, which is OSHA compliant. It allows you to put this into any shop. Should be okay to safety and so forth. Should be okay with it. And this is your material clamping. Me and my shaky hands doesn't really show well that that's moving. But anyway, that's what that handle there is what moves the passive rollers. And that's basically the machine. And it has a very important thing here. It says, attention, keep hands clear of cutting area. I wish I'd said something before. But anyway, that's basically it. Dope.